Welcome guys, this is Edwin and today we're looking at a custom by Ernest Emerson. This is the full size Gypsy Jack, okay? And this is a knife from JP, my friend. He won it in the USN Gathering Lotto, the Emerson Lotto this year. So before I continue, let me tell you, I do have JP Instagram information in my description. I'll put it right there. I also will put it somewhere here so you can check it out. Make sure to follow him, man. I've been following JP for a long time. Great guy, excellent collection. Again, JP, Valentino, all these people you should be following. It's always fun to see what they're posting. Now, the full size Gypsy. And this is one of those knives that people will love or will hate, okay? There's no middle ground on it, and mainly is because of its shape, right? It's not a very common shape that you look around, and if you look at it right away, you know that this was inspired by the Navaja design, right? That Navaja style of curves are right there, those nasty curves that you get, no question about it. And you might ask, what's my opinion on it? Well, let me tell you, I love it. But you already know that, you know, this blade has a nasty recurve, and I love recurve, okay? This will grab through anything that you're slicing through, okay? It's sweet. The only thing I will say that it does not bother me, but the only thing I will say is that that handle right here might be a little bit too thin, depending on your ergos. For me, it's fine. I have no issues with that handle, but for some people, it might be a little bit too thin, and I'm talking about that dimension right here, right? Like a small stick right there. So be aware of that. Let's do a quick comparison with my mini Gypsy Jack, my custom. I did a video on this knife, so be aware of that. And guys, like you can see, okay, that full size Gypsy is 4.1 or 4.2 inch blade, and overall is 10 inches. Sweet. And the mini Gypsy is 3.75 inches and overall 9 inches. So it's not small either. It's a sweet size. Love both. The mini is very rare. FYI, only a few made, okay? So be aware of that. Let's go back to the full size. Let's look at this blade. Be aware that this was one of the pieces from the Lotto this year. But if you look at that blade, notice that stamp. That stamp, right? The skull stamp instead of the speckwar knife. What that means is that Ernie ground this blade back in 2014, 2015. Okay? He probably did this handle and the frame and all that. He probably did it this year. He finished all that this year. But the blade was from 2014, ground in 2014, 15, and he's known for that, okay? We know that Ernie sometimes goes into this, you know, this mood of grinding a bunch of blades for the same model, and that's probably what he did for the Gypsy, and he has several of these stamp blades on it. So very, very cool to see. One of the things and pretty funny is that you still see that blue tint of that you use when you are sharpening, right? Or when you're keeping track of that sharpening edge, right? And one thing I will say is that, like we know in the gathering, Ernie had a last minute emergency and he could not show up. So very likely he was not able to, you know, do those final touches and cleaning the blades and all that. And again, the guys from the gathering, the suspects, the Echo and Emerson operator, they step up and they make sure that the Lotto was going to happen. But pretty funny to see, right? In my case, I'm not cleaning that because this is not my piece. I'll let JP handle that when I send it back to him. But again, a beautiful, beautiful recurve. This is a V grind, meaning that it's ground on that side and ground on the other side, and then you have a small swedge right there, okay? And of course you have your chisel edge that I love from Emerson, and then your classic Emerson, you do have a wave and then your classic custom of green micarta, big blasted titanium bolsters, and the Benchmade clip. Very, very good. Very cool. A very rare style of model from Ernest Emerson. The Gypsy Jack. Love it or hate it. It's one of those pieces that when they go to the, in the secondary market, people usually jump for it because it's very rare. And again, an awesome piece. Now, guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to jump in on Instagram, YouTube comments, and of course, caloblade.com. That I do have all the links of the main groups, Facebook ECOC, Facebook Emerson Operators, and the USN forums, and I'm always hanging out there. You guys have a great day. Bye.